Who is love for? Me. That's who. My name is Leon Wheeler Jr., and this is Master Making Emotion, where I'm learning how to master myself and I'm teaching it while I learn it. Today, I want to talk about my vision, my goal, my mission, and that is to be the best me that I can possibly be, the best me that I can fathom in my imagination. I've also made mention of another goal of mine, which connects with the first goal. They all embody one another, and that is to become love made manifested in human form. Now, I perceive that to be a God man, a man of God, or a God man, or a man God. I take pride in this undertaking, this strive, this mission. And it boils down to basically just wanting, desiring to be a master of me, of this domain, of this kingdom, my world. My world that I guess embodies, encapsulate me, my vision, my world, my duties, first and foremost, to me, what I need to do and how I need to do it. Again, this is my life work. And it took me some time to really get serious about this. But I'm on it now. And I realized that this isn't it isn't a tool or a style, a lifestyle that happens overnight. It's it's filtered, filled with sincere dedication and aspiration, the motivation, which is in the back. The demonstration stands before the motivation. The being consistent is number one. So I'm on that, and I'm doing what I need to do each and every day. Now, growing up, I wasn't really taught to put that much emphasis on the self. We actually been told to dummy down the self. That if you speak too much about yourself or you seem to be, I guess, overly prideful, arrogant, all these negative things. So, and I believe this is the way society, I guess, constructed these viewpoints and pressed them on to society to keep us all in a lackadaisy mindset, movement, and it's worked. It's worked. It have worked, and it continue to perpetuate itself. So for me now, I'm doing things to combat that. I use language that empowers me, that give me power, that compels me to. It drives me because this is a sincere undertaking, and I realized that in order for me to accomplish what I'm striving to accomplish, that is a must. I got to, I need to, I must pay strict attention to the application of loving myself. And I know now, without a doubt, that loving oneself means, it entails fulfilling all your physical and mental obligations. It embodies all the work that needs to be done, that must be done for the self. Now, when I use the word self now, I like to see it in my mind with a capital S. And it doesn't matter how I see it. If I say myself or only thing I won't capitalize is ourselves or themselves, because that's speaking about a collective group of individuals. But when I speak about myself, the self, I want to capitalize it. Also, just dawned on me that I've always thought about this, and I've read it before, and I embrace it. The terminology of being selfish. Now, however, when I talk, a lot of times I utilize language to speak about a thing that's best understood, possibly, you know, human to human, a me to you, a me to whomever. But in all honesty, I want to create my own curriculum, my own words, my own definition, and I've done that. I've done that with my book, Code and Ethics for Up and Coming Players. I have my own definition for words. And it's not too far beyond or outside of the definitions that everyday people use. Now, I said that about the self. Now, when I say the self or being selfish, I really don't see that to be a bad thing. I do believe that in all our works, we have to put ourselves first. And if you don't do that, you do a disservice to the body of the of human beings, to yourself, to yourself. And I do a disservice to myself. So again, I capitalize the self, and I look at selfish, being selfish, meaning actually putting myself first. That's what time it is. I'm first, not second, not third. Now, some people pushing close behind me for lofty spots, being the queen of my life, my mother, my father. He has high ranking. My three sisters, my children, even though I don't communicate with my children the way I would like to. And in the future, I'm sure that's going to manifest, because what I'm doing is I'm laying a hell of a foundation. I'm laying brick. I'm doing some masonry work here. I'm building the community of self, myself. And in doing so, I realize, and being love made manifested in human form, I have to demonstrate that. Now, even in doing so, it does not suggest that you take away from yourself to put someone else on a platform, on a high pinnacle. You don't raise them above yourself. That's a no-no. I'm first. And in order for me to accomplish the, the, the blessings and be the blessing that I strive to be for humanity, I have to put myself first. That's the work. And I'm okay with that. I'm 100% fine with that. I embrace that wholeheartedly. And that selfish mindset is, yes, I'm first. I'm first. Self first. So again, I capitalize that self. I like to capitalize my B. You know, in my writing, I like to write a certain way, but grammatically, it's not correct. But as a master of myself, striving to be, I have the ability, I have the power, I have the duty, I have the obligation to do what's necessary to fortify, to make sure that the God man, the man God, the master in the making, me, the self, is being and doing exactly what I'm setting out to do. Now, I take all now suffering and pain And I don't even look at things, I'm doing my best to not look at things from that perspective as a suffering or pain. But for those of us that still may be in that mindset, even though I'm not totally away from it, my goal, my aim is to look at those things and see them as fuel, like gasoline in a car. So it's like fuel to my soul and to myself, and that fuel is love. So I'm using the pain and the sufferings and all that, and I'm looking for the most humane, the most humble, the most pleasurable, the most divine, sweet, whatever I can fathom that's great and good. That's what I'm using. That's what I'm taking those concepts, pain and suffering, and turning them into love, the fuel to elevate this anatomy, to become the God man, man God on earth as I am in heaven, in heaven, being that, striving to do this every day, staying as focused as possible, laser sharp. And one of the things I know I have to do in order to stay where I need to be, and I suggest that you all, consider it for yourselves. I think this is something really inspiring or divine and going into yourself, tapping in, because that's where all the real powers lie. Everything that you need for you, you already have. They're just dormant. They're inside of us. So we got to tap in. And that's where solitude come in. So I realized that I have to kind of stay away and stay on my grind, in my mind. Maybe lose my mind, but stay in the kingdom, my heaven, and build so I can rapidly become the manifestation that I strive to be, that I strive to see, which is God made manifested. No, my fault. Love made manifested in human form. And I say this because I love me. And I see you and every one of us as reflection of the same self, that capital S. So only time again I'm going to lowercase that is when I'm saying ourselves or themselves or their self. But when I'm talking about me, now and when I talk about me and I'm seeing the reflection, the duplicate, the counterpart being you, her, whomever, yeah, that self is still capitalized because the self is what we must fall in love with. We must cherish the self. That's the word. That's the key. So I'm doing this. I'm staying focused. I'm staying focused on the mission at hand. And that's to be the best me that I can be, to embody being love made manifested in human form, understanding that this is a role for a God man, a man God. You know. In my book, Conversation with God, Conversation with God, he called them highly evolved being, HEBs. You know, that's what I strive for, to reach my highest height, and I believe I can. No, I don't even believe it. I know I can. I'm actually making progress every day. My muscles are developing all over my body. My physical muscle, oh yes. My mental muscle, oh yes. I'm in heaven. Now, don't misunderstand me. I vacillate, I fall, because I've been programmed like everyone else to do and act a certain way. But I'm doing my best. I'm doing my due diligence to rid all of those elements that does not support the foundation that I'm building. So I'm getting rid of it. I'm doing some reconstruction or some elevating, and I'm loving it. And I'm offering these talks, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. I'm offering it to you. Just tap in. I mean, tap in. If you hear something that's interesting to you and you want to know more details or whatever, tap in. You know, communicate. I'm here. This is my work. This is my mission. This is our, I guess, this is the foundation for our upliftment, for our enlightenment, for our growth. And we're doing some magnificent things. So, as always, it's a pleasure being able to speak to myself, as myself, through myself, to myself, meaning you are the self, because we're one. And tap in, love yourself, hug yourself, kiss yourself, hug yourself, kiss yourself, be yourself. This is master making emotion. This is me becoming a master in me. And you're welcome to join. I love us. Be.